Greetings, everyone. This is Joanna from Universal Love Light, Ascension Wisdoms and Healing, Heavenly Radiance, Shamanic Tarot, and the Sacred Corner. Thank you so much for tuning in. And today we wanted to talk about alchemy and what alchemy is and how it can be experienced and felt. Understanding alchemy within can only be experienced and can only be explored and expressed through the understanding of our multidimensional bodies, of who we are, what we exist within, and what exists within us. And they've been consistent with all of our Ascension offerings throughout the many years, so please feel free to log on to our website, ulwhc.com, Universal Love Light Healing and Wisdoms. We offer many illustrations and 3 Ascension books that we've written over the time. All of our celestial teams and Christ consciousness, Elohim, councils of light, all of the beings that we merge with and I merge with as I offer all that I am forward as a conduit of light, and the healing Christ vibrations that I move within, and I offer it forward to humanity, forward to the grids, to converge into higher vibrational wisdoms and intelligences that we all have, that we all get activated within, through our open heart, through our understanding of our multidimensional bodies, and using that pure intent that is the alchemization of all that we are in harmony of our male and female frequencies, the Divine Mother Father, coming forward and living as the sacred child. And so all that we've taught and offered are this harmonization and the alchemy of who we are as the higher vibrational Holy Spirit that is Source Creator, the Christic consciousness that is within the grids, that is within our DNA, and the water bodies of all that we are in the chakra systems. And these activations take place through the process of alchemy. This is a process that is activated not by you thinking that the human person is just moving through awakening has to all figure out. No, it's a process that occurs through the dynamic oneness of your higher self, the I am aspect of you that is guiding you to your highest potential, is guiding you to your highest and best always, and how it's received through that gut instinct with intuitions that allow us to flow in making the highest and best choices for ourselves and our path on what the higher self and the soul chose to experience in this earthly incarnation. And of course, when we're not tuning in and listening to our higher self, we're not listening to those intuitions and those guidances and the gut instinct, and we're repressing those wisdoms or those movements of intelligence and higher spirit. Your higher self can see all things, all timelines, can see your highest and best path. So if we're not tuning into it, then that's when we create stagnant energies, karmic timelines, karmic experience, karmic cycles, and we never heal that multidimensional body. And we end up creating those tower moments that bring things down to realign with our highest self, our highest intuition. And that's trusting myself. And so in all that we teach, not only is it a matter of understanding the multidimensional bodies, but as you do, that creates that it's an alchemic experience that you co-create in remembrance of who you are. Those remembrances of who you are alchemic shifts and remembrances of self-love, self-honor, self-respect, self-illumination, self-fulfillment. Those are all those experiences of alchemy. One cannot have alchemy if you're not interested in evolving as a soul. You cannot experience alchemy if you're out to satisfy the ego. And so this is why it's a harmonization process. And I'll explain alchemy on how I've experienced it in every situation that I've been in. So even some of the most challenging and traumatic experiences that I've been in. And I can feel it based on the subtle energies that I can sense and feel, and the experiences that I've come with to explore and to experience and express in my joy's excitement to help others, and my joy's excitement not only in my timelines and my Akash, but to be here as a star mother and as a star agent, an empress and a goddess to assist all others. Through that Christed understanding of who we are at the DNA level, at the genetic level, at the multi-physical level, the biological level. Our emotions and our feelings are so important into inspiring those creative realities. We've often talked about the 4 lower bodies. The 4 lower bodies, and there's more, so we don't ever put a cap on who we are. To explore and express all that we exist within, what exists within us, and who truly we are. We must explore that multidimensionality. And it's so important right now. And I've been given these energies of importance that to begin expressing and explaining and exploring these concepts with our children, because the children are aching for greater knowledge, wisdom, and exploration of the multidimensionality, so that they understand their vessels, they understand who they are and why they move through what they move through, so that it can avail them from the the ails that we've been healing as a collective, addictions, self-harming, and all those experiences that we all move through because the multidimensional bodies are out of balance. It also allows us to heal mental illnesses and those mental imbalances that are in direct relation to those emotional and feeling bodies that are not being allowed to be expressed and explored and have that energy move. So it's really important to the healing process and all that we are as a human collective. And so alchemy is that process of the unionization, that harmonization through pure love, that pure intention. One cannot have alchemy without that pure intent. And this is why knowing thyself, loving thyself, honoring thyself is a process of self-love. Because when we're satisfying the ego, that is not pure love. So it gets to that harmonization. And the more that you work with that pure intention of loving thyself, even at first you don't feel it, but to devote yourself in your daily self-care to clearing and harmonizing your bodies, clearing out the chakras every morning, doing your dream reflection, moving through anything that comes up during your day that's triggering you at an emotional and an energetic level, and clearing it out when it happens and occurs. That way you're constantly being in the flow of source creator. Your bodies and your fields are remaining clear and cleansed. And in that alchemy, you're learning how to feel into that self-love, because as you practice and devote yourself to loving yourself and honoring yourself in all moments, it doesn't have to be a big program or a big process. It requires that, you know what, I'm going to shut the TV off, I'm going to shut Netflix off, and I'm going to devote to me because I'm worthy of it, because today it changes. I'm tired of living in these karmic relationships that do not return. I'm tired of whatever the experiences might be, overeating, binging, bulimic. I used to be bulimic, and having eating disorders, alcoholism. I mean, that all of those energies have been in not only my lineage, but my experiences throughout many timelines and lifetimes that I've healed. And so it's a process of self-love, of honoring yourself to say, I see this, I recognize it. It keeps going around and around and around, and I'm done with it. Today it changes. To have the courage and the boldness to sort it out, that is a process of self-love. You're showing yourself that I'm no longer going to remain stagnant. I need to express who I am. Because as these ascension energies and your alchemic energies become more free-flowing, you will desire greater creativity and greater expression, because that's evolution. As your bodies build in its light quotient, so too will your creative expression. That's when you will begin to have those activations of remembering how to levitate, remembering how to bilocate, and all of these beautiful gifts that we're here to anchor for the hybridization programs in our futures, and to heal Gaia, to heal humanity. And so anything that we're able to clear through self-love, through recognition, I recognize and I acknowledge that this is no longer serving me. In that recognition, you're opening up that portal, because that is self-love. I choose to change this. I am loving myself enough to say that this no longer serves. I'm done with this. Whether it's eating foods that you know are not good for you. Your body knows as soon as you put it in your mouth, this isn't good for me. Okay, so let's get to the root of it. Why am I allowing myself to feel that self-deprecation, that I'm not worthy for good, conscious, higher vibrational food? Let's get to the core of it. Let's sort it out. Today it changes. And to allow yourself that healing process, to allow yourself that self-love process, to know that you are profound enough to know that you can shift and change anything that you present yourself. And I say this because I've worked through so much, that when you sort it out and put it in front of you, it no longer becomes that crutch, that no longer becomes that monkey on your shoulder, if you will. No disrespect or disrespect for monkeys, because it's not, there's no judgments in it at all. It's allowing it to come to the forefront so that it's healed. And we can't heal it unless we acknowledge it. We face it head on. Because anything that you've created in your life, and we have created as a collective, requires our healing and facing it. That goes to for the Children's Collective on how we have suppressed and depressed their creative abilities and their masterhood, as well as the divine feminine. All of these will come forward as the collective. It's no different than what our collective has been facing in the last 6 months. We have allowed ourselves to create such fear and give our power away in such tremendous ways of subjugation at every level of our socioeconomic systems. They will now be pulled from the consciousness, because our vibration of all that is, the soup we swim within, is now calling it forward. We are ready for it. The collective consciousness at the core says we pulsate at, we're threaded as a collective, make no mistake about it. This is why we see and experience everything that we do. We have each come here to sew and to thread through our own individual soul contracts, also collective healing experiences, and why we are threaded through all planets, all realms, all creation. What we experience as a collective is sown within our collective belief systems that we agree to before we get here. Therefore, there are an infinite number of Urs that are created and experiencing an infinite number of belief experience realities. So right now we're experiencing an infinite number of Urs that have an infinite number of creative experiences. We get to choose in every moment. The more awake we are, the higher resolution that we get to experience. So the more pure you are with your intention, the more creative, explosive you can be in your moment for moment life, you will experience that co-creative reality that helps others also tune into that vibration. For example, if we have come here to experience, something out of the norm, an ascension, while we're all here at this time, we've come here to experience a collective ascension from 3D to 5D, then we've experienced exactly what we need to heal each and every soul's contract, as well as collective contract to heal what needs to be healed on all realms, all timelines. Because again, as we said the other day in our offering, it's not only a planetary ascension, a collective ascension, it's a galactic multiverse perspective ascension. And so in this, if we have come together as an example through the quantum mechanics that is who we are, as within, so without, all that we are, micro, macro. If we come, and I'm putting this out there because it's already in the mix, it's already an experience that we each co-create, otherwise I wouldn't have thought of it. That's just the micro, macro experience of our universe omnipresence. If there was enough co-creative juices and quantum energy of the collective that wanted to experience a reality with 2 moons and waters that were aqua, waters that were clear and clean, and with 3 suns, if you will, in our sky to appreciate and enhance the microbiology that we're all creating, and we're all healing, and we're all creating these exciting experiences to experience, then that collective consciousness would have everything that it needed to create that reality with 3 suns and 2 moons. And the biodiversity to heal what was needed to heal and to experience those joyful experiences. There's no accident why you're born where you're born and what you have the desire and excitement to co-create. There's no accident at all. If you have the excitement about botany, there's a reason why you're excited about botany. If you have that genetic code in your DNA that will be activated within the water body of the chakras, your chakras will release exactly what's needed so that you get to that core activation of that DNA that will activate that memory of your botanical knowings and how it can be used. Because our collective is asking for it now. Our collective is saying we deserve and we desire a higher truth. So let's create it. How can we create our most expressive and experiential reality that serves us so that we garner back our truth, we garner back and we claim our power? And this is why so many goddesses and teachers and healers are coming forward and claiming their power and showing others that regardless of what is before you to heal, understand that you have the power to heal it. Otherwise, you wouldn't have come with the experiences that you've co-created. So know that you are the powerful creator to see the equal opposite experience. And it comes through your pure intention that experience be shown to you. And that is through the portal of the heart, because pure intention and love is through the heart. It's your portal of alchemy. It is. Your multidimensional systems, your feelings, your emotions, your mental body, your physical body, your etheric body. And if it's out of balance, you're bringing it back into balance every time you self-love and self-heal. Your daily clearing of your chakras. Get the stagnancy and the density and release it. I choose to release my gorgeousness into its full sheen, into its full radiance, because I'm worthy. Today it changes. And every day you feel that I am's power center clearing and healing, because you've set that intention that before you even get there, your body starts healing. The God presence around you begins that healing process. As you're devoted to it, you're committed to it. You've said to the universe, I will converge a new reality through my intention. And this is how I choose to experience me. I stand in my power. I am here for greatness. And I will no longer hold myself back. Because I have been holding myself back. I get it. Those beliefs that I've been carrying with me are no longer needed in this new now. This new now, it changes. And I choose to change the programs of what I've come with. And it's created that a reality converges and begins to surface around you, because it's all alchemy, it's all quantum. You at the core vibration of you say, today is the day it changes. I will no longer create mistruths for myself. In all situations, challenge yourself. Take 1 week to pull out your most challenging trigger and your emotional hurdle and say, today, this week it's changing. Every day I will devote 30 minutes to an hour to altering this. Whether it's every day you have a conversation with anyone that you come across, because your soul's going to pull people in to challenge you to refine and rarefy who you are as source. That's why all the masters have said that as you move along the path of ascension, you're creating wholeness as love. Wholeness as love does not move within the same vibration of mistruth. It doesn't. So in that movement of wholeness, in love, pure love is truthful. It's full percent, 100% honesty, authenticity, sincerity, truthfulness. And so in that vibrational move, as that spiral of time is all now, it's not past, present, future, it's now. You heal the past, you create a future now. So in this powerful now moment, you can alchemize. Today I will be truthful 100% with who I am as spirit. I choose to be truthful. I will no longer say yes to things that I choose to say no to. I will no longer allow these things to be said and heard and co-created within my experience. I choose to walk away from it and create within my truth, which is joy and peace and harmony and happiness. However your truths are set up and however you choose to create that day for yourself. But it can be done through your pure intention to choose to claim that power, garner all that you are as a consciousness being, because the universe has your back. The universe wants benevolent change, direction, alchemy, rarefication, realignment. The universe is backing you. Every vibrational pattern that has ever been created by you and through you and for you. It will want you, and it will be there from above, below, all corners, teams and beings and angels. Everyone is co-creating with you to create that vibrational shift, because you know why? We are from the cosmos. We are star children. We are sacred children, and we are here to create that catalytic for all planets and all galaxies across the all. Make no mistake about it. That's how profound you are. So what are you going to change today? How are you going to go within and say, this is me now. This is who I am. I choose to love myself. I will no longer back down when it comes to with negative thought patterns. Healing the mental body is so empowering. Healing the mental body allows you to garner that self-empowerment, because the mental body has been, traditionally speaking, we did our healing the mental body class this week. So if you like, okay, it'll be uploaded, I think by Friday. Check onto our website, and I'll put the links on when it's all uploaded for those that are to purchase it. The mental body comes with those predispositions and those programs of the ego mind controlling everything. The ego mind does not control anything at these vibrational levels. It can't. The ego mind does not control at a fifth dimensional level. It doesn't. It doesn't know what it's doing. And so it has to be that surrender to spirit. The only way to do that is through pure love, your alchemy of love. The alchemy to know that you are the harmonization of all that you are: physical, mental, emotional, etheric. Harmonize love, harmonize love, harmonize the truth, harmonize the truth. You are powerful. You are the children of God. You are the children of Source, the universe, the creator, the omnipresence. Make no mistake about it. You have all that you need. I'm telling you that. You have all that you need. Whether it's an addiction, whether it's emotional depression, whether it's anxiety, whatever it be, you have the power and the love to get to the core and make it love. You do. And I say that as I'm breaking out into tears, because I've seen myself. I've seen myself hanging by a string so many times. You can do this. And you have the universe at your back. You have us. You have family that love you and care about you. And we are in this together. We will heal our world. And we will allow our children to know that they are masters. Their bodies and their minds and their intelligence and their sheen and their DNA and all that they come with is no accident. They are masters and they are God. They are coming to this earth to show us, remind us of our sacredness through all that we are as love. That is alchemy. And those truths are going into the grids as I speak. We are profound, and we are going to make this happen. We are going to bring light through every fiber of our soils. We're going to bring light through every tree, through every flower. And we will allow this light from within us to alchemize all pains and the despair and the suffering from our past. Gone. We don't need that anymore. You can be reminded of it if you so desire, but at any moment you can alchemy and say, purity of my intention, pure love of Mother, Father. All that I am is Source Creator. All that I am is the omnipresent. All that I am is God. All that I am is the universe. All in the universal energies of this moment. I choose to be my full expression of love. I choose to alchemize and transmute those energies of the beliefs that are still held within myself and for DNA of the highest healing angels. Please be with me in this moment of my pure intention, so that I will present the love of I am, for I am that I am. I am the Source Creator that I am, and I'm feeling every cell, every molecule. I feel it. That's alchemy. That is your love of you, and it moves through the multiverse and the heavens and the angels, because I can hear them and I can feel them. And they're celebrating you. The angels are just clapping and the trumpets are roaring. You did it, you did it. You just cleared 10 timelines. That's how powerful your pure intent is. And it might take you 1, 2, 3 times. It might take you 10 hours, because you will remember that pure intention. And it's been held under layers of disbelief that you weren't valid and you weren't worthy and you weren't important. Or you may have been traditionalized into certain religious beliefs that felt God outside of you. You have to remember that God is within every cell. The nucleus, the universe exists within every nucleus. Every nucleus, you have that wisdom. You are the shapeshifter. You are the alchemic doctor. You are the healer. You are all that you are for a reason. You are profound. God. Oh God. Your source. You are the universe in living motion in human form. And I will, my very last breath, I will not stop until that is the life before me. So that everybody that is reflected in me knows the God. Divine Star Mother, thank you. Alchemy is held within pure loving intent. To know that your emotions, your emotional body, when balanced, when purely refined, can create the reality that you have no idea, beyond imagining, beyond. That's why your emotional body is so important. To deal with the feelings that you feel in every moment and honor it. This is how I feel right now. It might not feel comfortable. It might feel really awkward. It might feel sad and suffering, but I'm ready to sort it out because I'm important, I'm valued, and I'm recognized as important by the universe. The universe wants this for me. All that I am when I express all that I am, and when I'm true with who I am, and in my honesty and my truth, my sincerity to be me. When I place my hand upon my chest, it is my alchemic tool that says I am ready to change. This is my intention, and every cell within my body knows. These are my alchemic tools. These are my alchemic actions and behaviors and intentions. And I will follow it through with action. I will follow it through and be the best that I can be in all moments. To know that my physical body, my mental body, my etheric body, all that I am as an emotional, spiritual being and soul, that I have my own back. And I will honor those times when I'm sad and feeling lonely, or I will honor those times for which I can heal that and say, I am the God, I have access to all things, all beings, I love them. And I'm going to heal that belief, and I release it now, I transmute it. I am one with you all. And I detach from every experience that has kept me in abundant separation, because I'm one. So allow yourself to know that alchemy and the shifting of your reality before you is so profound, and it occurs just like that if you so choose. It can shift that quick. And it's all based on that pure essence of who you are. You are the vibration of God, and that vibration of God is felt and known as the only words that we have to describe, but it's beyond that, because we just can't put that into a box or a word. But it's the vibration of essence of pure love, unconditional. So to love yourself in all moments unconditionally without judgment. And when you fall back into saving face, or maybe saying something that is not your truth, then compassion, have compassion and forgive yourself in that moment. I forgive myself for not following my truth in this very next moment. I realign to my purity of love, so that I stand in my power and I say, you know what? Doesn't matter what I'm faced with. I know who I am. I know all that has been created before me has been my truth. I know that. That is my vibration. There's no, you don't need to prove it to anybody. That is your vibration. And those that know you know that. And that's why I've often said those that know our vibration, more offerings, because it's a purity. It can't be replicated. It can't be replicated. That vibration is your pure vibration, and it can't be replicated. It can't be. The things that come through you and from you are your unique vibration, cannot be replicated. And those, especially if you're, I've had many of my clients and many of them, people that I've taught over the years have come to me and they've had concerns and the worry and the fear about having enough abundance. What type of certificates do they need, and what if somebody takes their work and takes their energies and their stuff? Of course, go through the due diligence on what you feel is in alignment with you and your truth, because everybody has a different set of truths. That's why your truth will attract and call in whatever it needs to vibrate at that truth, to keep testing you and showing you your higher refined truth. And why the masters always said it's a narrow path, because we're ever refining with purity of truth, and that's a vibration. If you're out here wobbling around, you want to get to this point, that means that every situation must be that refined truth, because you want to match that. You want that core vibration to be your pure truth. You know that. And some of my clients and people moving through those scarcity energies to heal them. And the teams and the councils have come through and said, well, if those are your truths, and that will be the reality that you experience, whether it's, having to get, certain types of insurances, you need that, and that will be the reality that you experience. Those are those fear-based realities. You can be at your core vibration to say, I will create this. This is my vibration, and this is what I hold true to. And you create from that vibration, and that's the reality you will experience. So, people have said, in the private sessions, in the private appointments, there's no certificate on my wall. I don't need to prove anything to anyone. I know my vibration. And that's why I've come with the skills and the skill sets and the tools that I have, because I know that it can't be replicated. My vibration is my vibration, and I offer a profound Christic vibration. I know that. It's in my articles, it's in my work, it's in my books. It is me. It's me. It can't be replicated. And if others try, then that's their journey. That's their karma. That's their experience. But my journey is going to be over here. My journey is going to be over here, and I will have everything that I have in return for that rarefied experience. And I will have all the abundance, and I will have all the clients, and those that I choose to assist and help, and those that require that vibrational help will be drawn to me, because it's a vibrational match. It's not held in those fears and worries, but we all have to move through them. We all have to move through those scarcity vibrations. You have all that you need within you to create the destiny that you want to create. And it first sounds, and you'll know, because when we're offering this to you, how you feel within you. If you feel like, you get that energy that just wants to say, oh, right. That judgment comes in because you know that there's something in your field that needs to be cleared until you get to that point. Yeah, I'm on this. This is my power. So just gauge where you're feeling, and that's okay too. Again, take what resonates, and then leave what doesn't. Those are vibrations. So the vibration that you're ready to say, I've been on the floor too many times, this is the day it changes. Because you're softening enough, you're loving yourself enough to say, today is the day I get this. I want to be at this vibration, and today the day I started it. It's not going to be comfortable. It's not going to be easy, but I'm worthy. I'm worthy of this, and God is with me every step of the way. The universe will support me every step of the way. My omnipresence is here with me, and I will see, know, feel, and sense my way. I am as source is. I am that I am. Every cell in my body will know this. And I will call in the teams of healing. I will call in the teams that love me. I will call in Gaia energy that I can feel and I will be attracted to. I will call in the soul tribe that honor me and respect me and value me. And if I'm faced with those vibrations that are showing me you've left this, are you still on your path to success? Then I offer that light and I move forward, because it's unconditional. Love all unconditionally. Love all, because it's you. It's a vibration of you that you've honored. And you've said, you've been a great part of my journey. I thank you. You're God. I hope you know that you're God by the vibration I offer you. I hope that you understand that you have the gifts to create your own wisdoms, to create your own path, to create your own journey of beautiful healing. You don't need to take it from others. You don't need to feel such lack that you have to take ideas and take energies from others when you have everything within you. I honor you, but if that's the path that certain people choose and certain beings choose, that's their karma. That's their karmic that they're going to have to heal. It all comes around as the vibration of alchemy. You got to heal it at some point. It doesn't get lost. You got to heal it. So own it in that core vibration. Own how you feel and what you know to be true to who you are. That alchemy of pure intention. Today it happens. I will no longer be holding off on loving. Today I will love. I will love everybody that comes forward to me. I'm an open vessel of love. I have everything within me. My field's clear. I'm walking with the angels. I just want to love. Are you with me? And people just like, whoa, no, it's way too, no, I'm not ready to go there yet. So that's okay. That's okay. Trust me, I've had that. Oh, it's been my whole life. Oh, too funny. It's too intense, man. It happens to me all the time. It's okay. Especially when I'm in like today's energy. You know, we've got a huge Schumann resonance today. And it's like, yeah, let's do this. We're going to change the world today. Today it's going to happen. Today. You know, with great gratitude and honor. But at some point you just gotta close the door on those pains and the suffering, you know, whatever way it shows up to you, whether it's a relationship, whether it's food, because again, you're multidimensional. So we've offered this before. I do this in my teaching. I mean, it's so simple. I mean, this is the spirit, right? Spirit is so profound. The spirit is so profound. I love your spirit. Thank you for being with us in this experience of holiness. You know, our infinity cycle to heal. And the 5D loop, you know, what are you releasing and letting go, and what are you opening into? What are you releasing and letting go, what are you opening into? It's a karmic, and you're the center. They gave me this experience. This is one of my drawings, and we created an illustration around it. They gave me the vision of the butterfly, and the butterfly is in the representation. This is what they gave me, and we made it into an illustration. That this alchemic frequency exists right here. It's your pure intention, all of your chakras lining up. I'm clearing, you can just tell I'm clearing. And this divine mind and divine energy that you have access to 24/7, the universe within you, the heavenly councils, light programs, universe fun, omnipresence. That's why sometimes I write the articles that I do, because it's just a natural alignment for me to write and flow and create the wisdoms that are required for the grids. Everything affects everything. We're all entangled. You have the divine female energy attributes and the divine male energy attributes, and you come with so many attributes. This is just for now. When we get in 5D, it'll be totally different. But for this particular journey from 3 to 5D, we each come with so many attributes of the male and the female that we're here to heal and bring forward and express. One of my major themes on this lifetime is the divine mother frequency and the divine sacred child frequency, to bring it forward through nurturance, through compassion, through pure love, unconditional love. So to do that, first I have to heal myself so that I can show myself that. And it comes to this alchemic frequency of here, all that we are, where the DNA and everything that you are is funneling in this intention, your pure intention, your gut, your physically, your mentally, emotion, all that you are. Because you know that emotion serves you. That emotion serves you when it's balanced. That's why we always say that as you're creating, clear your body first. Do your clearing, open your chakras, do your light bath. You know, tap your little toes on the floor as you're releasing the anger, releasing the frustration, releasing the sadness, release it into the super source. Give yourselves a few deep breaths. You'll feel peace and a calm. No longer angry. And have the kids start this. They can run around in the yard, get out the Ghiblies, and then come back in. Then they co-create. Because you want to create from that place that's, wow, I'm one with God. I'm calling in the universal energies. I'm going to create. This is who I am. I'm calling in a soulmate. This is who I am. I'm calling in my soul tribe. This is who I am. I'm calling in my job, my vocation, my service, my creativity. This is who I am. And anger. And so the alchemy is held within that pure intention. But you don't want to hold that pure intention when you're in the Ghiblies. Shake them out. Move them out. Have your teams come in and clear them out. And then you co-create. And then you co-create. And then you co-create. And then you co-create. I wanted to show you one other one before we go. So when you're healed and when you're, you know, you're as you purify or rarefy your truth. And this is your pillar of light. Your pillar of light is your truth. Your truth of light. Light is truth, and truth is light. Light is the language of love. It is pure source energy. We receive these light pulsations from the central sun and from all that is, the light programs of the many heavens and the many universes, all linked together, all evolving with one another. It's an elegant design. It's elegant evolution. And this is what we teach, is what we offer. And through this, you refine the mental bodies, which run outside, and the physical bodies, and the etheric bodies, and the energetic bodies, the emotional bodies. All of these are threads and weavings of who you are. If it's not in alignment and you're dealing with so much fear or so much control frequencies, there's breaks and they become like the fragments and breaking in the fields. And that's when experiences like psychotic breaks occur, because the mental body and the bodies are not harmonized through belief systems, through lack of self, and through other imbalances. And it could also be with depression and bipolar and all of these energies that are not in a balance and in alignment. And especially as we continue to ascend, it will be ever important that people use the planet for grounding, because that re-alchemizes all of the elements within the bodies and the chakras. So if you're not doing anything at all, grounding and breath is so important. If you choose not to do daily self-care, and you choose not to do any other ascension work, and it's all based on what you and your higher self and your soul and your teams have chosen to go through and move through. But everybody on this planet has the potentiality. That's why we're all here. Everyone has the potential to move into the 50 frequencies. And it's just a matter of how willing are they at the heart level to say, I'm willing to love myself enough to heal what needs to be healed, to love what needs to be loved, so that I can be this glowing rainbow of dynamic light. This is the soul star chakra, the chakra that allows those capacities to follow the higher elevations of realms and dimensions. To see as my soul star chakra is open and why I can connect with the omnipresent energy, like that release I had the other day, in which I saw myself in a collective Akashic preview of me, the oversoul, omnisoul, if you will. I call it omnisoul because it's just connecting with other universes, not just this one, in which there was a communication and agreement within my soul's record, and oversoul's record, omnisoul's record, I was just seeing if the garbage truck was here. Gotta make sure my garbage is picked up today. That oversoul preview was that I was sent here to gather and garner information about the healing processes and the healing, this tremendous experience humanity is moving through. And why I know, regardless of what you're going through, you have everything within you. You know, whether it's creating abundance for yourself and having $13 in your account or less than that. Trust me, I get it. I know the human right. I get it. And I honor it with great sacred learning and omnipresence. And I am that star mother that's come forward to say all children are sacred, no matter how old you think you are. You are the sacred child of God, and I'm here to remind you. Until my last breath, I will remind you. In all of our teachings, there are vibrations. In all of our teachings, there are the wisdoms that are uniquely what we have brought forward as the Christic vibrational teachings that are held within your DNA, your chakras, your water body. These are vibrations, which is the essence of source, found within pure intention. You are essence of God. And those fears are what we're here to heal and make it real. We're going to set this out today. We will get real with this and it will be healed. State your healing of it. Expect and receive that healing. I expect my healing. I expect it. I am so powerful and I'm worthy. So when we have those expectations, part of what we wanted to talk about today is release expectations. Except when it comes to the expectation of your worthiness. Expect your worthiness to have the healings, the support, and the love of the universe, because it is always. That's the truth. You're eternal, you're infinite, you're one with God, you're one with the all, that's truth. But expect it in your healing. Expect that you will receive healing. I expect that in this 10 minutes that I'm opening all that I am, I will receive this healing. I see and I feel and I imagine and I sense and I imagine at a multidimensional energy that this belief will be healed, whether it's a codependent belief, whether it's an abundant belief, whether it's healing narcissism, healing injuries and wounds because of narcissism, alcohol, whatever it might be. There's infinite number of things humanity's healing, truly, but it can be healed. Expect that to be healed. I expect myself in this healing that there will be a healing when this is resolved. When I come out of this healing, there will be a healing. There is alchemic change. So release the expectation, because what you're sent by the universe is often more times than not what you ego mind thinks and chooses and expects. It's not ego. Source is not ego. That's a human co-creation that we needed in this physical reality. And it's still required. So soothe the ego into self-love. Whatever you do, choose love. If you're going to heal anything, it must be done with love. If you're going to heal that aspect of you that is mistruthful, then find out why you need to be mistruthful, because it's your worthiness that you felt you weren't good enough to be your truth. You are. I'm here to tell you you are. You're special and you're unique. It's bringing me to a memory. When I was a kid, I remember being on the grass as this beautiful little girl and just talking with the fairies and the nature. And when I shared that with others, I was looked at, like it was crazy, and I was, it was scary, frightening for others. And having those experiences over and over and over again, we just end up conforming to social norms, conforming to others' vibrational truths. And that's when you go through those imbalances and healing, especially if you've had, religious upbringings that are very controlled and fear-based. Because you have to heal all those fears, you have to heal all those truths that you were told that are not true. God would never condemn you and send you to hell. That's a human manifestation. It's a human experience of fears. When we fear something, we manifest fear. We manifest every consciousness that will move into that fear bracket because it's vibration. You'll manifest fear. You'll manifest illnesses to be worried about. That's fear. And so that truth is all related. How worthy are you to hold your truth and your truth? And that's an ongoing process, because that expectation has to change. What I mean by that is that if you say that every day I will refine my truth to be pure and loving and authentic, who I am, nobody else, me and God, me and source, me and the universe, me. I am my soul, and I am going to be truthful with me. That becomes refined every day. That's when your expectations flow with source, flow as source. Expect the healing, yes. Whatever the outcome may be, release expectation. You're flowing with source. Everything that comes before you, have the skills and the gifts and the tools at that time to resolve, heal, and transcend. Whatever comes in, so that's where you can release fear. What happens? Many people fear the unknown. Fearing the unknown is knowing that I am worthy. I have my truth and my skills within that truth to heal and manifest anything before me, to serve me, to benefit me, to be joy and awesomeness and abundance and all these great things. People that I can trust and people that love me and honor me and won't look at me like I'm crazy. Those are all within your truth. The more refined and pure you are with that truth, you'll call in those beauties and those benevolent miracles that you co-create with source. That's why leaving the expectation door open on those manifestations, except when it comes to your worthiness and your healing. Expect that healing. And in miraculous ways as well. Let go of how you think that healing will occur, because that's the miracle of God. Trust me, I've gone to bed at night and I've prayed. I've done my program I shared with you last night, and just praying and creating those healings on that certain thing that has been years for me to transcend. And I'll wake up in the morning completely free of that density. That's how much work is being done at night, and why that realignment is so important. Because we're alchemizing, we're harmonizing every moment. Your higher self and your soul are always aligning you with your highest and best timeline. And that healing is 24/7. It doesn't have to seem so monotonous and, oh my gosh, like such a big thing. It's not. If you're in that knowingness that you are powerful to make healing happen and expect that healing, then it's not a huge make-work thing. It doesn't have to be. It's just part of your evolution as you as an omnipresent being. We're moving from this limited physical being that thought it had no power to create, thought it was so separate from source, and it was dysfunctional in every way, not valued and valid in any way, to this being that's completely omnipresent and shining and glowing and creating from thought. That's why we have to move through these experiences, because you don't want to create from thought through fear. You create from that pure intention of your truth as source. I'm a loving being and I will create in this way. And it takes you to heal that, healing all the stuff in between, the layers and the layers of mistruth and misbeliefs. So it's a glorious ride. It's a magnificent ride. And we are so powerful. We are affecting the all. There's nothing that you cannot affect and clear and heal. There isn't. You may need help, and you may need counseling. You might need, friends to call in. You might need Reiki. Whatever it might be, your guides will show you. Because they can only do so much at certain levels. Of course, they can do everything, but they've shown me too. Like I wrecked my shoulder, my left shoulder. I only have certain movements in the shoulder. I wrecked it a few months ago, because I was just carrying so much burdens. Your body will show you where you need these healings the most. It's carrying so many burdens and so many energies that we're just not meant to carry. And so in releasing all the energy stuff, all the mental stuff and the emotional stuff, it slowly gets healed and cleared. But the body needs to be healed. And so my team said, so every night I go to sleep, I said, can you please help me heal my arm? And they say, you need physio. You need physio. And I said, well, why can't you just heal me? I know that you can go in and put a laser. Too funny. Here's Joanna. I know that I'm on a light ship, but I know you can put me in a recalibration chamber. I know it can be healed within a second. Can you not just do that? And they're saying no, because part of your soul's lesson and part of you loving you is to show yourself enough love and care to take yourself to physio and put that care. To take yourself out of your 24/7 healing the planet mentality and eagerness to heal the world and heal everybody within it, that you need to take that time to devote to your self-care, to devote to your self-love, and have people look after you, have people serve you, have people help you heal your body. This is something that you can do that will actually show you, I am worthy of that 30-minute physio and I will go and do it. Because how many of us, especially as mothers, as co-creators, have put our bodies and our health on the back burner because there's so much else to do and take care of. That's just from the divine feminine, but we're changing that and we're rewriting it every time that we say, in our lineage today it changes. Today the divine female will stand. Today the divine female will nurture and honor, because we all have divine female in us. It's not the divine woman that has the divine feminine, yes, has been suppressed over eons, yes. That's why we're all healing it. But each and every male has the divine feminine they're also healing. To surrender to vulnerability, to surrender to their own truths, and to be that one that changes that cycle in their lineage. And it takes courage and boldness. And many are not up to it, and that's okay. But to face your divine feminine and say, today I will bring my divine feminine forward, and today I will heal this. I am worthy of my own care, and I am worthy to create my own career and vocation, that I will be in my purest truth. And I will lead myself, and I will be my own voice. I am my highest authority. These are my co-creations, and these are my vibrational offerings to creation, and nobody can copy that. Nobody can take that from you, as that beautiful experience that Jesus had showed me. Jesus had said, one of the most traumatic experiences he had experienced, there was that deprecation of the body that others had placed on him. And he said the body is the vessel of source creator. However, they can never ever take what that vibration is of your essence. They can never take, that's why we can just release fears of death, because it can never take who you are as a soul, that essence, that knowledge that you've created through your own healing. Every time you alchemize and create that DNA activation, that you've earned that. That can't be taken from you, that's you. And why we can honor who we are. It's my throat clearing, see? There's no accident. You see how we're threaded? All timelines were threaded. In expressing that through truth, they're just showing me how I cleared that timeline. Because that's a truth. You're owning it, you're honoring it, you're sharing it with others to say, we can heal all that we are. These truths are aligning with the highest truth of source. We are infinite. We are infinite. And nobody and no thing and no one can take that from you. You will always be an infinite spiral of source creator, living in your truth, living in your highest honor, and being that unconditional love. You will receive it back. You will receive that love. You will receive those that love you and honor you, because that's your vibrational core truth. And you're not going to hide it anymore. When you hide it, you continue to vibrate and match with those that are also hiding their truth. So you shining your highest light, you being your most genuine, authentic being, and being compassionate and caring and honoring with that, then you too will attract that in your vibration. You're feeling all that is within it and without it. So our primary message today was alchemy, and that alchemy is directly linked and connected with the understanding of your multidimensional bodies. You must understand your multidimensional bodies, because that will go into the healing of the mental, emotional, physical, and etheric. So if you have something that's coming up that seems to be an emotional pain, put it on the table and sort it out. How can I sort out this emotional pain? Because it's affecting my body, it's affecting how I eat and treat myself, it's affecting how others treat me, and how my truth is affecting others. It's all interwoven, but you can choose to change it. Today it changes. Today I'm going to sort this out. And how we wanted to show that to you is in the visual that we created a while ago. Thank you for being with us today. I appreciate you. Oh yeah, this one. So these two go hand in hand. So this is the center of this. So this is you in the very center. And all around here are the layers and dimensions and omnipresence that you are. That as you heal whatever is within you, it affects all that is. So when you're doing your healing and you want to carry a truth, this is you and Source Creator. You have omnipresent within you that's going to help you. You're not alone. And just do little lines that are all around you and have them connect with your multidimensional bodies. What is my biggest emotional concern right now that I want to heal? What is going on within me mentally? And just write it down. Doesn't matter what it is, just write it down. First thing that comes to you, write it down. Your teams will be with you, helping you. Calling your higher self, calling your soul and those that love you unconditionally. What is my physical body showing me right now? How can I sort this out today? Now, don't overwhelm yourself, because that allows you to fall back into those egoic negative programming that, oh, I can't do this, I'm not good enough, it's too much for me, it's too much to handle. If you're comfortable with ascension work and you're comfortable with clearing and healing, then you can be okay doing this and following the circle around. If you're just newly awakened and you're just starting on the healing process and you're not familiar with self-healing, you're not familiar with healing your multidimensional bodies, then just take one thing a week and just devote yourself to that one thing, especially if it's a deep wound, like abuse or alcoholism, narcissism, because we all have pains and traumas from narcissism, varying levels of narcissism, and they do require healing. And so just sort it out. So today I'm going to focus on, this week will be the week that my mental body is healed, and I'm going to call in the mental healing angels, sound and tone and color, and call in Archangel Michael to assist me, so that I'm only calling in those beings that have my highest intention, because you don't want to be distracted in this healing process for that week. So set it out. This is the week I care for me. This is the week I love me. This is the week that all timelines and all creation changes because of me. I'm going to do this. I'm worthy. Because He's Source Creator, just shining the light on you. Thank you, Mother, Father. And so just allow yourself that process. This is the week I sort it out. This is the week I become one. This is the week I live within my sacredness. You're allowing yourself to give yourself permission to be sacred and live that way. It's a vibration. All that you are is a vibration. Your words are vibration. And be joyful and playful with it. And bring humor to it, because that alleviates a lot of the humor and joy, especially now that we're in such intense energies. Humor, joy, and laughing and being giddy and just getting outside to play is the biggest way that you allow energy to move. And what seemed a problem before you went out to play is no longer a problem. Because the energy's moved. Giving yourself permission, it's gone, it's done. See the angels and the spirits outside playing. And so just allow yourself that you're walking with Source Creator. You have all the teams with you. And if those fears are in the background, going, well, it never worked before, this person abused me before, and I let that happen before, whatever it might be, have it be in the peripheral and say, I'm going to send you light, I'm going to heal you, because right now, all that I am is being focused in this healing light. It will be in your peripheral, and sometimes they will always be there, but it doesn't have to affect you. And that's the choice that we give ourselves. We give ourselves permission. This will no longer affect me. It will no longer bring me down. It will no longer have me on the floor crying. This will no longer affect me. I choose now. When you make those heartfelt, pure intention and those choices to the universe, and you state with invocation and intention, you are initiating yourself into a new vibration. That's alchemy. And that is understanding who you are, calling in who you are moment for moment. I am building who I am. I'm remembering who I am. I'm refining who I am, the source. It changes now. My reality shifts now. I'm worthy. I am source. And I am a child of sacredness. And I am that I am as source is. Coming through me. I'm ready. And everything will change. You're allowing it. Then you open and surrender. The rest of your day is surrender. Surrendered play. You've created the intention. You've created the vibrational core vibration. I'm just going to let it in. Ascension is allowance. Healing is through intention. Because once you've healed and refined that body, your new intention will be, this is my new core vibration. Come and get me. I'm ready. I know who I am. I want to create with those that are ready to create. I'm going to here to help light create through every particle of this world, in and above and all throughout the universe. I know who I am. I'm omnipresent, and I'm calling all that I am forward through this courage. I call forward my mastery. I call forward my goddesshood. I call forward my courageous, bold wisdom. And I will alchemize every cell. I know who I am. My DNA, my chakras, my water bodies. I'm harmonized. I get it. I know who I am as a multidimensional being. And I'm going to show this to my children so that they, when they're moving through their challenges and they're moving through their path, they can navigate it with the mastery that they have come to remember. because of me. Because if I didn't take this step and I didn't take those bold moves and I didn't follow my path, they wouldn't be able to open into their path. Because that information never hit the grids. That information never hit their visual perception of them seeing me walk my truth, walk my authenticity. And this is being that powerful, sacred child of source creator that you have come to be. You know that. Otherwise, you wouldn't have been called to this. It's a vibrational match. We honor you in that. You are source. You are the golden child, sacred and true, and the universe loves you and needs you to shine your authentic truth. The alchemy of pure intention. So beautiful. In loving joy and light. Dance, dear light of the ones, dance.